Oh, hey. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to catch up. I'm looking through the Google Doc. I did not prep
We've
enough
got
today.
all right. We've got Nick. We've got Eric. We've got Ben, and we've got me. And we are here to talk about all things hockey and some things not hockey. And unfortunately, we're gonna start off with some sad news. Something that I was hoping wouldn't happen, and I really didn't think it was going to. But Alex Trebek passes away at 80 years old. He did not look 80. I'll be honest. He looked a lot younger.
He was keeping it tight for an 80-year-old.
He
Like,
looks
goddamn.
good. But he dies at 80. Obviously, as most of us know, he was battling pancreatic cancer. So we don't know if that was the cause yet, but I can assume it played a factor. He was from Sudbury, Ontario, an avid Sens fan. Nick, there you go, it's your boy. And if anybody watched the draft, you saw him draft the 3rd overall Tim Stützle for the Senators, which is pretty cool. I don't really have anything else to say.
Epic, I must say. It was epic.
I don't know. Just a guy that was somebody I heard basically every night of my childhood, really, because I was a nerd who watched Jeopardy every night, which probably
So did
explains
we.
a lot about me. But no, it was really sad news to hear. Of course, expected to a degree, just because he had been battling cancer for quite some time now. But truly sad, especially because, yeah, he was a fucking massive hockey fan, which was the coolest thing. Like, he was just this snarky, really just awesome dude who ran a trivia game show, and then he was also a hockey fan and a Canadian, so all great things.
And he was still hosting Jeopardy up until this point, too. Like, he didn't, take time off.
There was no replacement hosts. So
yeah, it's gonna be interesting what they do now. Yeah. That was I think that was one of the longest running shows ever. And
it was.
I heard a little bit of grumblings about who they might bring in to.
He was the
gonna
host.
Have to get that fucking right.
He was the host for 36 seasons of Jeopardy.
Wow, 36 seasons.
I don't even know how you replace somebody like that.
I mean,
I'm gonna call it right now. Ken Jennings.
Do you think Ken Jennings could do it? See,
I don't know, but that's my thought.
I feel like most contestants I see on the show are too they're socially awkward. They're too socially awkward to do the hosting gig. That's the way I think. But,
oh wait, shit. Now, okay, yeah, that's it. We got to figure it out. Who's gonna be Alex Trebek's replacement? That's what we're doing now.
No one can replace him, but who's gonna be the next host? Who'll be the next host? What did he say?
Ben Watson.
I said Ben Watson.
Ooh, Ben? Yeah, you could do it, Ben.
Rena Watson. Let's go.
Oh, fuck. No. Although, imagining her read off one of those. Did you see that there was a video going around Twitter today it was specifically Alex Trebek reading off rap lyrics? Because,
yes.
I didn't see it.
I'm imagining my grandma doing that, and it's even better. But anyway,
I wish I did.
Before we get too far down a rabbit hole, R.I.P. Alex Trebek.
Yep. Alex Trebek, you will be missed. And rest easy. Moving on.
Of TV game shows.
He really is. Yeah, him and Pat Sajak really.
And Bob Barker.
Pat Sajak wishes he was half of the man Alex Trebek is.
All right, relax there, you friggin' hoser. Jesus Christ. All right. We're going to go on to more Sens stuff, which I want to hear from Nick, and I want to hear from Ben, even though I already know what Ben's answer is going to be. But they're new jerseys, which are actually their old jerseys. What are your thoughts?
Well, Ben, you can talk to these first.
Oh, okay. They're gorgeous. It's so good. Great job, Sens. Perfect. You have nice jerseys now.
Oh, yeah. I kind of like the old ones, but that's just me. They are nice though. They went back with it's the old style they had before, right?
They went back to the 2D
basically
logo.
The early 2000s. There's a slight difference in the striping. I think in either the sleeves or the bottom. I'm not sure. There's some very minor difference, but it's basically the same jersey they
Ooh,
wore in the early
yeah.
2000s.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna take that back. I don't like the other style logo they had. It kind of was shitty. So yeah,
The
it
front
was
facing one,
definitely-
it looks dull. I never liked that.
It looks, yeah, it's kind of weird. But
I
yeah.
just like that they have the O still as their alternate. So
Yeah, those. Why not just use those as your regular ones? They're
The
good.
O?
They're very they have a home and away versions of them, and they even have a third jersey version of it. Like it's right there. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're still got better jerseys than they did.
Yeah. Do you know what I just kind of realized? I'm looking at their I guess their home jersey would be the black one, right?
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the striping on the arms. It kind of reminds you of is it World Juniors where Canada has those really nice black jerseys? They're like alternates where it's like black with the stripes, the red striping
Black
on the
is
arm. That's what
usually
it kind of
their
reminds me
alternate.
of.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if the jersey's exactly like that with the striping, but it kind of has like that feel to it, and which I absolutely love. And then the logo, you can't go wrong with it. I think that logo is just way better than the one they
I don't know. I will freely admit, though, when it comes to jerseys, if you just give me a few solid colors and
I
a
know.
couple stripes,
I
that's
was-
about all you need to get me. So.
I literally have written down here. I was like, talk about clean. Ben's gonna love these. It just has like 2 stripes on it. This is Ben's perfect jersey.
hey Ben, can I just make a point here? I want to see
Yeah.
you wear a different jersey every time we do this. Okay? I don't know
I
if
can
you
do that.
had that goal in mind
He's got the
before,
ability.
but
He's got
I'm-
the
I could do that for like 2 years. Nah,
So
that's
let's-
a bit of an
let's-
exaggeration.
2 years is
A year.
100. That's
A year.
104.
A year.
That's 104 episodes.
A year. I think I could do a year.
I think,
let's see you show off today's special.
Yeah. What do you got
This
today?
is the Flyers third from like the mid 2000s ish. I think. I don't know. I
Okay.
still have plans to get it customized at some point with John LeClaire because he was a
You
big
should
guy
get
for the Habs.
Giroux.
And then went on to the Flyers.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it'd just be fun.
Hey guys, real
Okay.
quick, this is what I'm talking about. These are Canada's jerseys. They remind me of the
That
Sens.
looks.
Those
Yeah.
that looks very similar. Yep. That looks
It does,
very
yeah.
similar.
I
no,
wonder
you're
where
not
they
wrong.
ripped it off from.
Wow, they can't do anything original. God.
I mean, they also did,
Actually, that was before.
they did basically have the jerseys before.
That was
Yeah,
before,
like,
so maybe it was
Yeah.
Canada that ripped off
Yes,
their
yeah.
capital. That's the capital, isn't it?
yes.
Okay.
Ottawa, yeah.
I
So,
thought so.
Ottawa
okay, well,
is
that
capital
makes
Canada.
sense. It's not really ripping off. More so, it's like paying homage to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Free agent check-in. Nothing's changed.
Literally nothing.
Nothing
at
with
all.
nothing with the really big names.
It's been very dead
it
the
has,
last
yeah.
week.
The Islanders, though, Eric. Your Islanders.
Yeah, they
They're
said,
making
hold on, let me
moves.
get. Yeah,
They're
they.
making moves.
So here's the thing. I'm a terrible Islander fan. I don't even know how much cap space they still have to sign Barzell.
I will.
But-
I looked it up because I have time to do that sort of thing. So they signed Ryan Pulak to 2 years, $5 million average annual value, and they that brings them to $3.9 million in cap space.
That is not enough for a Matt
projected cap
Barzal.
space.
Yeah,
They still have to sign Matt
Mm.
Barzell. What do
So
you
you're making room somewhere.
What do you think, Eric, they could do to remedy the situation?
to remedy the situation. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind, I guess. I don't know. So I've just been hearing rumors everywhere. I can't tell you who's gonna leave, but the rumors I've been hearing are. I've heard Bally's name thrown around. I've heard Casey Cizikas thrown around. I don't know. It's kind of strange. So I don't know. You think like, all right, for the Isles, right? Get rid of some fourth line guys. I don't know. Maybe even Matt Martin. He left at one point and then he came back, or like Cal Clutterbucks. But like,
I was
I don't
just
know, the
gonna say
Islanders
maybe it's time to move on from the infamous Cal Clutterbuck.
yeah. Well, no.
Well,
Or is it
that's
time to
still
move
not
on?
even really enough because that's just
No.
3.5
No.
a year. You need to get rid of somebody else.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah, who's the guy you get rid of? I honestly couldn't tell you.
Unless Brock Nelson is a lot better than I think he is $6 million a year until 2024, 25.
Mhm.
something you want?
See, that's the thing. Brock
Like-
Nelson has definitely come a long ways as a player. For the Isles, I think, I don't know, like especially this year, he kind of had to step up into a bigger role, and he definitely like was a presence in the playoffs. Like he was noticeable in the playoffs. I don't know. I feel like when the Islanders were playing Tampa, he was like one of the only forwards.
He was
It
doing
was
well.
kind of he played pretty well. But dang, I did not know it was $6 million. I did not know he was getting paid $6 million.
That deal.
Again, I'm always gonna bring this up, but just like the guy for me, like Nathan McKinnon makes what 6 point something.
It's not
Nathan-
a lot. It's not
Nathan
a lot for
McKinnon.
Nathan
What a deal,
fucking
dude.
McKinnon.
And Brock
Yeah.
Nelson.
What a deal.
Oh.
I mean, it's the same if you look at like the big two from Boston with Marchand and Pasternak. They're not even, both of them aren't making $7 million a year, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's dumb. Oh wow. Fuck Boston.
They like
I hope they
Boston.
start losing. Fuck off.
They're not going to if they keep getting deals like that.
Wow, Ben.
Yeah.
I think Boston's been
I'm
pretty
a
quiet for
Canadians
this
fan. What do you
free
mean?
agency. Boston's been pretty quiet so far, so I think they're gonna make some splashes soon.
Other than relieving Krug of his duties.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like Boston just got bounced in the second round, albeit by a very good Tampa team. But they got bounced in the second round and then lost Torrey Krug. And
Have no replacement.
yeah. So like I don't know. I just don't know what's up with them.
They can only expect McAvoy to step up so much. It's not like he's gonna,
Like their big ad
Or
was
he's not
Craig
Torrey Krug.
Smith.
Yeah, McAvoy is no Torrey Krug. You know, fun fact, do you guys know McAvoy's from Long Island?
Do you have
I didn't know that.
a street hockey or
Do you have a McAvoy
pickup
story?
hockey story to tell us?
Oh my god. Yeah, no, we were just playing roller hockey and he just showed up and he's like,
Hey,
yeah,
boys.
you guys mind if I play? I don't have
Wait,
roller
wait,
blades though. I
for
just have
real?
ice skates, and he still beat.
No.
Okay.
Come on, dude.
All right. Speaking of
But,
Boston.
wait, real
Oh,
quick,
sorry.
Before we get to Boston, I just want to say though, so I don't know, do you guys all follow NHL discussion on Instagram
Yes.
or
I
whatever?
don't think
Fun
I do.
page.
Yeah.
No.
So I remember when Pulak got signed, he was saying that like it's great that the Isles locked him up because he is a good defenseman, and I do like the fact that the Isles locked him up is great. I think maybe he's still a young guy, right? So maybe long term that deal will look better. But again, right, with everything going on, like Barzal was definitely the most important piece to get locked up. So
I mean,
it
yeah.
it is a bit. It's not like Pulak doesn't deserve the money. I definitely think
He's- Yeah, he's led you guys for the last 2 years in points. This year he had 35, and he averaged like 22, 24 on ice.
Yes. And he recorded 10 points in the playoffs, 2 goals and 8 assists, which for a defenseman.
For defenseman, that's pretty good.
Yeah. not
They
too bad.
can't all be big heady with whatever he had, like 23
Yeah,
points or
we're-
something stupid.
Yeah. Something ridiculous. Yeah.
Let me just take a quick. Let me just inject here. I just stumbled across an article, and it's a sad one. Howie Meeker, a former Maple Leafs player, Hockey Night in Canada analyst, died.
Yeah,
He was 97, right?
I saw that,
97,
but I have never seen that guy. So
Neither have I, but it's worth bringing up. Bad day in hockey.
Howie Meeker passes
Somebody
away
dies.
at, what was he, 97?
97.
Hell of a segue though, Nick.
Yeah, I never had I never had any experiences with him, but I'm sure he was a good analyst and a good hockey player, obviously. Moving on. Speaking of Toronto, thank you for that, Nick. We're gonna talk about the Maple Leafs. Me and Ben
Shout
have,
out to Steve Dangle.
me and Ben have very different views on this team. Why don't we start with you, Ben?
I mean, I will freely admit that half of what I'm going to be saying is just me being a
It's Canadians.
dumbass.
It's
'cause
Canadians bias.
I don't like the Maple Leafs. But I don't know. Like, they've still never shown me that there's any reason to think they're gonna be good.
Which brings
is the
me.
season.
They were. What were you gonna say?
I'm just saying this is the season that those 5 guys need to step up and prove.
This is the season they have to show they can do something.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes,
they've done nothing.
And this discussion brings me to my question. Does someone in the front office or perhaps the coaching staff get booted if they don't perform? Or does one of the big four get dealt?
I don't think any. Or, sorry, Nick. Go.
Let me just say a quick thing here. I don't know. I think it's going to depend on where they get into. You know, they got to make the playoffs. They got to get out of the first round. I think. I mean, they need to win the conference finals.
The question, this question is really assuming that they don't make any progress. So if they get ousted in the first round,
probably not. No. So yeah, somebody's probably got to go. And I remember I listened to SDP. I think it was a couple weeks ago now, and they're saying nobody's left. This is a Kyle Dubas team now. So he's assembled it. If they win, it's on him. If they lose, it's on him. So, you know, he's probably the one who's got his head on the chopping block at this point.
This is very similar to the Lightning situation in the past few years, where they except that they proved it a little more that they could do things. Considering I think they were in like 4 of the last 6 conference finals.
Yeah, I would say Tampa's been making conference finals like every other year.
They're
proved
on
that
a
completely different levels than the Maple Leafs.
As far as like the team being built, like, I don't know. I see similarities.
You see relations there.
I see similarities because the Lightning have been stacked for a while as well, same as the Leafs, but I guess they were stacked in the right areas.
I don't know. All of this is so very early to say anything.
It is.
I'm just saying.
I think
I have watched the 4, like those big 4, get to the playoffs and then choke for how many years in a row now?
Yep.
Every time?
Yeah.
Like, fucking do something for me to actually think you're gonna do something.
Yep.
I'm not saying, and then that's the thing, anybody like, oh yeah, real fucking thing for a Habs fan to say with their finish. I'm like, yeah, I know the Habs have been asked the last few years.
But they haven't had
They
haven't had as many good players.
No. But I don't know.
There's no denying that they added a lot of talent this year, or not. Well, they've added a lot of pieces this year. I don't know if we can call all these guys talent at this, like high talent at this point, but
I would say their talent is coming from the system, from lower down in their system.
I don't know. I don't think Sheldon Keefe won't get fired. I'm just looking in the outline. Sheldon Keefe won't get fired as long as Kyle Dubas is there, but I don't know how long Kyle Dubas is there.
I don't think any of the staff gets fired. I think someone gets traded if they don't make it through the first round, or if they, obviously if they miss the playoffs entirely. I think someone's getting traded, and I think they're gonna. I don't know who. It won't be Matthews. I'd be surprised if it was Tavares.
Nylander would be easiest.
Nylander would be the easiest to get rid of. Marner is the one I think they would want to get rid of.
Yeah, because it's that so fucking much money.
Because that's just so. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yes. Wait. How much does Nylander make? How much does Nylander make?
Nylander is like 7.8 or something.
7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I actually kind of disagree with you. Obviously, we all can agree that Nylander's their easiest person to ship out. Maybe.
I don't think it should be the one they send out, though.
I don't think he should be. I agree with you. I think, honestly, in my opinion, I don't know. I think it could probably be Matthews. I know we don't want to talk about that.
Well,
and that's a long shot too. But I don't know.
No, you're not gonna win an Austin Matthews trade. You're not getting. You're not gonna get better by getting rid of him.
Why, Nick? Why do you think this?
Well, I don't know. I like Mitch Marner better in my own personal opinion. So that's kind of where this is.
Was
all
it
coming
because
from.
of the Phoenix thing with Austin Matthews?
No. What's the
Oh, Austin Matthews is an asshole. Like, I'm not denying that he's a jackass,
Yeah.
but like he's an amazing hot. Like, you're not going to win an Austin Matthews trade.
Austin
You're not
Yeah, but you're not
Matthews-
going to win a
an Austin-
Mitch Marner trade either.
Oh, I think you could.
I think you could too.
Okay.
If you get rid of Mitch Marner and get
Mhm.
somebody like,
A high-powered defenseman.
honestly, if you trade like Mitch Marner and get like, honestly, a tandem of Killorn and Cirelli for that team, because they don't need scoring. What they need is defensive responsibility. And Cirelli has been looking like a Selke winner already, and he's like 21 or something. I feel like that.
Yeah, that would actually fill them out really nice.
I know, that's what I'm saying. And then Killorn's there for more of a power forward, adding a little bit more size and toughness. I think that'd be a good trade. We can't take that money, and obviously it's not going to happen. So.
Because I'm just looking at, like, what is that forward? Okay, their 13th forward is Travis Boyd. That's not a
Who?
great.
I don't know who that is.
Exactly.
I don't like. I'm wondering what they're gonna. I mean, I'm sure they have more people.
The thing is, Austin Matthews, he is looking like an Alex Ovechkin caliber scorer, and he is 22 years old.
Yeah.
You won't. It's like
Thing I
Ben
fucking
said.
hate
You
about-
won't win the trade. You just won't.
I don't.
Thing
I
fucking
can't really
extra
add
hate
a
about
lot of.
Austin Matthews is he scores on the Habs every fucking time they play him.
It's like Stamkos.
I don't really like. I don't
It-
watch the Leafs, so
yeah.
I can't really speak accurately to anything I say to them. But I don't know.
I really
I understand. I fully understand what you guys are saying, though.
Also, it's like we have no idea what the fuck's gonna happen this season.
No, we don't. We
Anything
don't.
we're saying right now.
I want the games to start, but we still have like a couple months at least.
Yeah.
Okay. The Vancouver Canucks, another team that Ben likes to say they got decimated, which they did. They did get decimated.
I didn't want them to get.
They were such
good
a fun
this year.
team, such a fun team to watch in the bubble playoffs. And I don't think there was one other, unless you were a fan of the other teams. I don't think there was one person that was rooting against them. Just because they're like young and they're fast. They play excitingly.
Markstrom was very exciting in net. Just if they finally had some good goaltending. So.
See,
See you later, Markstrom.
they did get. I mean, they got decimated in the sense that they lost so many big pieces of what they were just doing, but they did it because they had to, because of the young guys they're going to be signing this year. But then they had to because of the guys like Louis Eriksson, who has $6 million for another 2 years, or fucking Brandon Sutter, who's at 4.375 this year, or
They've
fucking
got some
Jay
contracts holding
Beagle
them
for
back.
$3 million for the next year. Like they just have so many guys that aren't worth their money signed for way more
Yeah.
that it just pushed them into a corner where they weren't going to be able to keep that many guys.
That is
Honestly,
a problem.
Louis Eriksson. Louis Eriksson makes me feel a little better about Brock Nelson.
Louis Eriksson
Yeah.
needs to be bought out. He needs to
But
retire.
also, to that point, Eric, you guys still have $5 million a year of Andrew Ladd for a few more years.
Oh yes, yes.
Come on, Ben. Why did you have to do him like that, Ben?
Star
Um,
AHL forward Andrew Ladd.
But
I feel good about the Canucks. I don't know why, but I do.
I mean, they didn't get better than they were last year.
They didn't get better unless Holtby returns to form.
Which is a hell of a bet.
I want to read you guys Louis
because-
Eriksson's stats since he got traded from Boston.
Because Vancouver's
had-
not as good a team
he's
as
played it-
Washington.
Louis Eriksson's stats from since he's been traded to Boston, he got in Vancouver in 16-17. He played 65 games, had 24 points. Next year he played 50 games, had 23 points. Next year he had played 81 games, had 29 points. And in the 1920 season, he played in 49 games and had 12 points.
Well,
Did I read that right? No, 13. 13, sorry.
So before this season, he was actually not bad, but not for $6 million.
But let me point out this too. When he was 30, his last year in Boston, he had 60. The year before that, he had 47, 37, 29, 71, 73, 71, 63. So he did kind of fall off.
He's
a bit.
cyclic. He's very cyclic.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
But
old
he
now.
also he aged. Yeah, like
He is now going to be 35 going into next season.
And I will say, Braden Holtby, the last 3 years, want to guess what his save percentages have been the last 3 years?
I believe we've gone over this, and I believe it was
Bad.
One of them was an 890, I believe.
Not quite that low, but close.
899.
So 2017-18 it was 907. 2018-19 it was 911, which and
That's
then
pretty
this
average.
past season 0.897.
Yeah.
And you're not going to you're downgrading in terms of team defense when you go from the Capitals to the Canucks.
They did add, they added Nate Schmidt, which is a good move.
Which is another lot of money, though.
They've got Quinn Hughes.
I think their biggest loss they took is Troy Stetcher, in my opinion.
I think it was TJ.
Maybe not right now, but that kid's gonna be good. Like rock star good, I think.
Like,
and I know he's good already.
Who sings that song? Nickelback? Is that who sings that song?
Nickelback. Yep, you're right.
What a song! I mean, they're real like trim on the offensive end, but I don't know. They've got a decent first line, but it kind of falls off from there. I still think they can do okay. I think if they find some magic in the offensive end with some of their forwards, and if Holtby can get back to where he's at, I think they can. I think they'll win more than 50% of their games, which is not a lot, but I don't know.
Also, is anyone else kind of I don't know. What are your thoughts on after seeing Demko come in? Relief, I guess, for even though Vancouver's just getting outplayed pretty much in every facet of the game by Vegas at the end there, where they got eliminated. But seeing Demko, like maybe is that a preview of what Demko might be able to do through a regular season? Right? So like him and Hope splitting time. Yeah.
I mean, it was smart to. I don't discount the idea that it was a good idea to bring in a veteran kind of guy to be an insurance policy for Demko for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if Holtby was the guy in the goalie market that there was this year.
Kind of to Eric's point, though, do we foresee Vancouver playing a platoon kind of system with those two, or like a very favored Holtby and like sporadically putting Demko in?
Honestly, I don't know.
I don't know how he played because I didn't watch the playoffs, but like, what do you guys think?
I don't fucking know.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't.
I think they start. I think they have. Well, I think it all depends on what happens in camp, but I think my guess is Braden Holtby starts for most of the time.
Yeah.
And then I think, depending on how that goes, they'll decide. They'll either decide, all right, Holtby's hot, we're gonna play him as much as we can, or Holtby's really blowing some cheeks here. We better put the other kid in.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think Holtby will probably start as the starter, but then who the fuck knows?
But like
what happens
Demko's not like, he's 24, so his time for being good is now.
Yeah, I mean goalies often do. I mean, some do take until like late 20s to really break through.
I mean, Bishop.
Although it is starting to get younger.
It is, yeah.
As the years
goalies
go on.
are weird though.
Yeah, but like
goalies, Anton Hudobin. What?
Yeah, he didn't really break.
Nowhere.
They can break through at weird times. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't understand much about goalie.
I think goalie is the one position that you can be an older guy and still be like legitimately viable. I mean, like look at Ben. How old's Carey Price at this point? Like
32.
He's not that old yet. I think he's like 31 or 32.
Yeah, I think he's 32.
But the thing that will be the thing that'll keep him in at least decent shape for most of his contract is that he's such a positional goaltender that it won't matter. Hopefully, but he's 33 actually.
Hopefully. Who do you have? Do you have anybody in the pipeline?
Yes, actually, there is. It's actually kind of freaky because he plays the exact same style as Carey in terms of like he's a very positional goaltender. He's about the same size, and his initials are CP, Caden Primo.
Nice.
Huh.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's looking like he actually could be pretty decent, but he's only been in the A for a year, so we don't know.
All right.
That's promising.
Yeah.
Let's hope that works out for you, Benny.
Also,
Gary Price works out for a while longer. He's getting paid $10.5 million for a few more years.
Yeah.
Speaking of goalies, real quick. Just because we were talking about the Islanders and cap space and everything before, did you guys know that the Islanders are still paying Rick DiPietro
No.
$1 million a year? $1 million every year.
I'm gonna check and see when
until
when?
2020.
I'm finding
2020, please somebody help me.
I'm finding it. Give me a second.
I want to say it's like
I meant
six
like
or something like that.
please save me.
I think
I
you
look-
bought. It looks like you bought him out because it says $0 on Cap Friendly.
Yeah, but
Zero.
I think that might just be glitching because
Oh,
like
okay.
it goes. Let me see. Rick DiPietro.
I don't see anything. I just see a bunch.
It's
of zeros.
bizarre. It's a long time. Like
1.5 million through 2029.
Ooh.
Yep, I see it now.
Ooh.
Yep, buyout history. Yeah, until 2028, 29, he gets $1.5 million a year. Holy
Oh,
fuck!
that is not good.
Oh no!
Is that against the cap?
I think I don't know. I don't.
That's a good question. I also
That doesn't.
don't know.
No, it can't be because that's the whole
Well,
point of buying people
no,
out.
because if they buy, yeah, yep.
No, actually, when you do a buyout, that's the thing. You do actually have some amount against the cap because the Habs have an amount against the cap for Carl Alsner for the next year.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right, Ben. Because like, yeah, say you have a $7 million guy who you buy out,
You get some relief,
whatever,
but then you
whatever
have, like,
value,
yeah.
you still have some sort of hit against your cap.
It-
Because I don't remember it, but DiPietro signed a monster contract like a year before he retired, and this is why this whole thing's happening. So.
Yeah. And that's why those contracts are
That's
not
funny.
allowed anymore.
Ready for this? So Garth Snow was the one who did that, and
I am not shocked.
Milbury gave Alexei Yashin a 10-year, $87.5 million deal, and then Garth Snow was like, "Hold my beer, Rick." 15 years, $67.5 million. 15 years.
Oh my
15
god.
years?
What year did
Why
they
would
sign
you-
that?
Why would you ever
That's a
give
good
an
question.
athlete in
That's a good
any sport 15 years?
15 years, dude. Imagine that. Even if that person is 25, they're 40 at the end of that contract. Like,
Even if that person's 21 or
Yeah.
like a young really young 20s, you don't. That's
they're gonna be mid 30s by the time that's done. That's not good.
Yeah. So what's interesting though, it's like so. In each season of the deal, he receives 4.5 mil, which like let's say you just didn't know the term of that, right? It's like 4.5 mil a year for a goalie, okay, but then 15 years, like insane. And 2006, Nick, I believe 2006, 2007 is when they did that. And I know there's a I don't know if that was the reason for I don't know if it's a rule or something about you can't go past a certain number of years on a hockey contract.
Yeah, now
right?
now I'm pretty sure the if you're signing a free agent that was on your team, you can go as high as 8. If you're signing a
Yeah.
free agent from another team,
Yeah.
you can go as high as 7.
Okay.
So
That's
Torrey Krug and
Yes.
Pietrangelo both got the most amount of term that they could get.
Yeah. But yeah, so
Oh.
fun fact coming from an Islanders fan. It's one.
Yeah, and
not
so
very
they
fun.
bought him out. This has been going on since 2013 because they bought him out in 2013.
That is rough.
That's unfortunate, yeah.
7 years later, and they
that
still
is
have 9.
rough. My goodness.
Man, that's a long
Yeah.
contract.
Yep.
That's the thing I'm actually kind of happy with the Habs. They don't really have any boat anchors. Well, they did do that Josh Anderson contract.
That one remains to be seen. It remains to be seen.
Other than that, yeah, it might be okay. I hope.
I was gonna say remain optimistic about that one because you don't know what's gonna happen with that yet.
But otherwise, they don't really have that many boat anchors in terms of contract. Like, there's nothing. Well, Carey Price at 10.5. Those two,
but
and that's it.
that's a
That's
given.
just one.
That's a
just
given.
one.
Carey's really good still, though, which is what we saw. So
Yeah.
he's just a really expensive, really good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but I mean, you know,
it is better to have Carey Price on your team than not have him.
It's better to get what you're paying for than not.
Yeah. I don't know. It still remains to be seen what the Jake Allen Carey Price effect is going to be.
Yeah.
Having both
I'm
of
interested.
them for a whole season.
I'm interested to see that.
Because
Would
he
you
has
prefer to have-
literally. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was like, Carey's literally never had a good backup goalie since Peter Budaj, and that was at least 4 or 5 years ago. And that's been the problem every friggin' year is that they have him playing like 60 to 70 games a year, and he's gassed by the end because while also having him play those games, they play no defense in front of him. But I don't know. I'm excited.
They should have kept Halak.
Well, that's a whole different thing. They got a really good player for Halak that they then traded away for like nothing. But that's
did
a
they
whole
get?
separate thing. Lars Eller went on to be a like integral part of Washington's run and scored the cup winning goal
Yep,
for
the
Washington.
cup winning goal.
Nice.
And that he was literally like the elitist of the third line centers, and like the entire thing we've been complaining about for the last few years is the lack of center depth until like just now. We just got some.
You just got center depth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Eric, this is something I want to talk to you about. Henrik Lundqvist's new pads.
Oh, yes.
Because I know you're a goalie
Yeah.
pad fanatic, and those are
Dude,
pretty sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty sick.
It's true. So I guess okay, real quick, where this came from. So I used to, whenever I played like street hockey with my friends, I would always be the guy to jump in net.
It's fun.
I
It
love
is
playing
fun.
goalie. It's fun. It's a ton of fun. Love playing goalie. Jonathan Quick is my favorite goalie. Rest in peace, even though he's still playing. He's just poor guy. His playing style has just destroyed his body.
Yeah.
Physically,
Yeah.
just yeah.
Like
He's a real
props to him
stinker,
for what
yeah.
he's done, but like
yeah.
it's just
It's not working.
Yeah,
not working.
but playing goalie, one of the coolest things, I guess, I don't know, with players, right? You always talk about jerseys and stuff and how awesome they are. With goalies, I mean, think about like now with pads, you can do whatever, like pretty much whatever you want. Hank has this, I don't know, he's sponsored by Bauer. So Bauer has this new thing where they can just digitally print. Basically, you draw up whatever, they just print it on the pad.
Oh,
so like when they make
shit.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's not even stitched. It's just printed. So it's just like looks
that's really
good.
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like the hand stitch stuff still. Maybe.
I know that kind of takes part of
Yeah.
it out of it for me.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
cooler when it's oh well.
Yeah, but
Still cool.
I think Hank though, he just always knocks it out of the park with like the printed graphics. It's just it's so weird. Like I'm so used to like I don't know some Statue of Liberty kind of design on his pads, and now it's like
gonna be weird.
Does it have the Washington Monument or
No,
no?
it's got the Capitol building. It's got the Capitol building and
yeah,
then
so
like
it's
the eagle thing.
It's just weird. It's just very.
No,
weird.
him and Samsonov could be a sneaky good tandem next year.
Yeah,
too.
I think they're gonna be really good.
Yes.
I think they are gonna be a force.
I
as they
don't
usually
know.
do.
Washington looked fucking out of it
They
in
looked
that
really bad.
series, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
I think
Yeah.
they just
I don't
didn't
know.
care. I thought I read a story about how the Capitals players were kind of like didn't want to be there.
But hold on, real quick though. So part of that could have been Todd Reardon, who they now do not have as their head coach, and now they have Peter Laviolette, who again took. I think we were talking about this in the first episode, but again, he took the Preds to the Stanley Cup Finals. His first season with them, second, first, I don't know.
I can't remember. I can't even remember
but,
back to our first episode.
So new voice in the room, right? New voice in
That's
the
a big
room.
pickup.
A lot of the same players from their cup run. Lundqvist
and one of the
Samson,
best
I
goalies
think,
in the NHL
yeah,
history.
and Lundqvist, we were looking up his numbers, right? The numbers that he put up with the young Rangers team in front of him, a young inexperienced team in front of him.
They weren't
and now
great, but they weren't terrible.
Yeah, but now he has like a veteran team like Washington with like, so what is Washington's defensive depth? I'm trying to think right now.
Dude, all I can think of is John Carlson.
I would say they got John Carlson, so that's
Michael
that's not a bad
Kempney.
player.
I don't know. Is he defensive, or is he more of just a scorer?
He's more. No, he's more defensive, from what I think. I don't know.
They got.
But oh, sorry, Nick.
Okay. It's not great. Okay, so
they added
they got
Justin
John
Schultz.
Carlson. They have Brendan Dillon, Nick Jensen, Michael Kempney.
Okay.
Well, they added TBR
Justin Schultz.
too.
Yep, Tyler Van Riemsdyk.
Oh, Justin Schultz. No way.
Justin
From
Schultz.
Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Yeah, there's enough. No, there's enough decent guys there. Like, there's
Yeah, they're okay. Yeah,
John
they can have-
Carlson's really the only like knock it out of the park kind of guy, but Dmitry Orlov's solid. Like, there's enough solid guys.
Justin Schultz is no joke either. Like he played on a Caps team or on that team forever. So
He's been a bit plagued by injuries, though. I know, at least coming from a lot of Penguins fans.
Yeah.
So I've heard.
Yeah, he did have some injuries to deal with in Pittsburgh.
So a lot of people are saying
a
he's
couple
not.
years of the back-to-back though, he was fucking good. That was
Yes.
a few years ago now.
He was.
Yes.
He was good.
So yeah, but so looking at all those pieces, right? Like Lundqvist, like that might be like change of scenery. It might be exactly what it needs to just have. If all the Caps need out of him is one really good season, why not, right? Why not now?
Yeah.
Yo, it's the last year on Ovi's contract.
Yes.
Oh.
And I saw an
what's
article.
he gonna do?
I saw an article earlier that says he will not play for another team. So, kind of takes the mystery out of that. But
What happens when he goes to try to get another contract from them, and they don't give him what he thinks he's worth?
But what's he gonna be asking for?
It depends on what.
He's gonna
It
ask for
depends.
something crazy.
It depends on what he does, and I don't see him slowing down, scoring wise at least.
No.
Every time anybody's ever said he's going to, he has done nothing but keep scoring.
Stayed at that level up here.
He's like fucking from 2015-16 on. It's been 53, 50, 32 in. Yeah, that was actually a bad season, but 32. Yeah, 32 was a bad season.
32 goals a bad season. Yeah.
Yeah, 40 and then 30 in 68 games this year. Like,
Wow.
That's not bad. A goal every other game, or almost a goal every
That's
other
very
game.
good.
Any team would
Yeah.
get that.
That's very good. Yeah, I don't.
and I think he wants that goal record. And I think he can do it.
Oh, he can. He can absolutely do it. It's what he's got 188 goals to go to hit Gretzky, I think.
Something like that.
Guys, isn't that kind of awesome to think about?
194.
Like we're gonna be around
we're
to
gonna-
see like a legendary record, maybe.
Maybe.
I
Yeah.
can't do math.
I think
This
he
is
can do
my
it.
guess. He's gonna be looking for like 5 years with.
Okay.
We got to think if he's looking.
I bet
for
you he settles with like. I bet you he settles on like 9 mil.
I think.
And I know that's low for Ovi, but
I think he
Okay,
could go lower.
so-
but that's probably.
He has. I don't know what you're talking. I was doing math on the goals. He has 175 left to go to tie him. So
Okay.
more 176 to beat. But so with that in mind, 175 divided by 30. So if he was averaging 30 goals a year, it would take about 6 more seasons. So he would probably have to average a little better than 30 goals a year because I don't think he's doing 6 more seasons.
No.
That would bring him to 41.
But 175 divided by 40, 175 divided by 40 just 4.5 seasons. So if he can
If
have
he can get
if he can average 40 a year or get better,
Yep.
He could do it easy.
Absolutely. I think he can do it. I think we're gonna
Which
see
is
it.
wild.
I think we're gonna see it.
Like, nobody's ever going to beat the points record because there's never going to be an era of scoring that's going to be as insane as the 80s was.
What the frig? He's like
It's like
250 points in a
Yeah.
season. Like
it was dumb.
what the frig?
Goaltending came down to a guy standing there and then just flailing and hoping he hit
trying.
him.
Yeah, it came down. It was like Jonathan Quick, but worse.
Yeah, because all the pads were like half the size too. But
And Butterfly was like still being developed.
But the fact
Not
that
even, dude.
we
You ever
might
see that? They're
actually
just
see
like
him break the goal record.
they're standing like straight up. They're standing straight up with the stick. They're just this was goaltending back in the day. It was this. They're just like
And they would stand kind of bow-legged too. They would do like a weird like wide stance with their legs.
they
Yeah,
stand
I never
with their
understood.
legs like straight up and down, and then when somebody shoots a puck at their feet, they just move their feet around to try and block it. It's terrible.
Let's just circle back here for a second. Ovi's made 9.5 for the last 12 years. So, is he worth more than that?
Oh,
No,
how
he's
are
not.
you
He's
gonna
not
make
worth.
the argument? No, he's not worth more than that. But how
No,
are you
no,
gonna
no.
make the
Actually,
argument?
sorry. Let me take that back. Do you think he wants more than that at this point? Do you think he's worth? You think he?
I
would
think
consider-
if he is a
Who
rational
knows?
human being,
I don't.
if he's a rational
Yeah.
human being making $9.5 million for 12 GD years, you'd think, you know what? I think I'm good.
Sure.
It was 100. He made $124 million since his
Yeah.
when he signed that contract.
Like, you are set for life. Take
Which
a cheaper
it might come
contract.
down to that too. It might come down to that too. But then also, if you could still make like $7 million a year for like the next 4 years, why wouldn't you want to? And
Oh,
how
absolutely.
Could you not? And how could you not justify paying him that? Because he's definitely worth it.
No, yeah, I think that's probably around what he'll end up signing for. After
Yeah,
this
I bet
season.
you it's a 4 or 5 year deal, like you said, and it's probably going to range anywhere between 7 and 9. I don't think he's going to get 9.5.
I'm interested to
but-
see because
Yeah, it'll be a deal.
it's probably
just
going to be a nothing story. But if it turned into a something story, imagine if he left it like. If he left the Caps, what?
Could
don't
you
know. I think it'd be fun.
wait? Here's a question. Not that I see. It all depends. Could you see him leaving to go to a team that's got less scoring power, so that
Just
he
to
could
score.
just get goals?
No,
I don't know. I think
mean-
it depends on what happens with Washington this year. I think
Yeah.
it's going to depend on how this season goes.
True.
What if he just goes to a team? You know, what if he just goes to the Lightning? Just forget about cap space. That
There's
doesn't
not
matter,
there's
right?
not
I
there's
will
not
say-
enough there's not enough puck to go around there.
I will.
Yeah.
I will say.
he'd have
Alex
to go to like
Ovechkin did once were in an interview that if he were to play anywhere else, he'd love to play in Montreal.
Yeah, he was lying. He wants to go to Tampa.
Okay. You know what? You know what? Let's remember you saying that.
Let's
right now,
remember
man.
that. Clip it.
No, it's
Clip
like,
it.
No, he's like that's been brought back up by people before. Like he's like, nah, I don't want to leave Washington. It's not
Yeah.
like he was just saying it offhandedly. It doesn't
Yes,
mean
yeah.
anything. But
but could you imagine having
But-
a guy who
It could
can
mean something.
legitimately score 40 goals a season like that?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would be so much fun.
Or he
I know
could
it's not
come.
going to happen. I'm aware it's not going to happen. You don't need to get mad at me in the comments
Wait,
if anybody
wait.
actually watches this.
And how quickly? This is my question though. How quickly would you pick up an Ovechkin jersey? How quickly?
Oh,
Instantly.
immediately.
Instantly.
There would be no. There would be no lag. It would instantaneous.
That's how I am with Stamkos. If Stamkos goes somewhere, I'm immediately getting a jersey of that team from Stamkos.
It took you so long to finally get one for Tampa.
I know, man. I don't think he's leaving. I'm just saying if he gets dealt, then that's.
It wouldn't. That would. I stand by what I've said the last 2 weeks. That would make the most sense.
It does. It does make the most.
And
sense.
they've still done nothing.
Same
I
thing
mean,
with
they're
me.
gonna do nothing. Nobody's done anything. Like it's been like there's been no news for like a week.
This must be their vacation. They're all taking a couple weeks off.
Does
as soon
it,
as we start our
like
podcast.
legitimate free agency start like? There's something with free agency starting like next week, isn't there?
No, it started
Like
Free
where?
a month ago.
Free agency's been
I
going
thought-
on, yeah.
That's when all the signings happened. Nick.
Okay. No, sorry. That was dumb. I thought I read something.
Arbitration. Arbitration has started recently.
That
Is
might
what
be
you're talking
something.
about?
Oh yeah.
Like arbitration hearings have been going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I don't really understand what that is, but it's like you get lawyers and you argue why you should get this much, and then the team argues why you shouldn't get that much, or something like that.
And the thing is, teams don't like going to arbitration because once you go there,
They gotta talk
and
crap.
there's that you end up talking crap about each party, and it usually leaves bad relationships. But also, once you go there and you make your case or whatever the arbitrator says is the deal they get is the deal they have to sign.
Yeah.
I don't know if
to a
I don't know
third
if you have to sign it, but if you are going to sign the guy, you have to sign them for that much.
It's
I think
that
you can
much.
like just then not. Yeah, like I think, but yeah, that's why people don't like going to that.
It releases control.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's either gonna screw the player over or it's gonna screw the team over.
Yeah.
Or both.
Never gonna be good for both.
Okay. I think we're gonna move on now. And believe it or not, we are at the end of the episode, and I'm sure you believe it because there's been
but nothing.
jack shite to talk about
Been
in
fucking
the
nothing.
NHL world. So we're gonna end off this episode like we end off every episode. We're gonna end it off with a story, and this time I am gonna be telling the story.
Sorry, Mike.
All right, so this was, again, it's like a half-formed story because my memory sucks and I can't remember a lot of things.
Was
but
I there?
I believe so because it was Pee Wee.
You shut your mouth and let him tell his story.
All right. Fuck.
I believe you were there. I believe it was Pee Wee's. So we were playing in a tournament, just wee old Mikey, 12-year-old Mikey. This was in Tupper Lake, which I always liked playing in Tupper Lake and against Tupper Lake. I don't know why, but there was 2 or 3 games throughout my minor hockey league career, because that's what I'm going to call it because it sounds cool. There was 2 or 3 games against Tupper Lake where I had 4 goals in the game. There was at least 2. I feel like there was 3, but I can't remember it. But this was one of those games. I scored. I don't even remember how I scored a lot of the goals, but I ended up with 3 goals at some point. And after I scored my 3rd goal, there was a face-off at center ice, obviously, and I was feeling it. I was pumped. The adrenaline was I was going through me. And so I don't know why I did this of all things, but I we went for the face-off. I always played center. We went for the face-off, and the puck got it was like their center won it because it went back towards their defenseman. But it didn't go far back. So I literally just skated around the centerman, grabbed the puck, and I kind of had my head down, and I sensed that somebody was right in front of me. So I sensed the Tupper Lake defenseman right there, and I dumped the puck in real quick, and I lifted my head up to meet him, and he was right there, and he was lining me up for a big one. You could tell he wanted to put me down, and so I don't know what happened. He must have been really skinny under his pads, because I was kind of hunched over a little bit from dumping the puck in, and I stood up and I saw him coming, and it was just reflex. I put my hands up into his chest and just pushed, and this kid went right back onto his ass, just right back over, and I hit him over, and because my momentum was carrying me that way, I hit him over, and I was standing over him, and I just stand over him for a second and then skate around him. It was, I don't know how I did it, but it was like the ultimate kicking a guy while they're down. I score on them, and then I just dump this giant on his ass. It was awesome. It felt good. But yeah, that was my big story.
Yeah, I don't
biggest
think
hit
I
of your
was
career?
there. I don't think I was there. I think I was pissing out my asshole.
Ooh, that was that
Throwback
weekend. Yep, that was that
Yeah.
weekend. Yep, I remember that.
Yeah.
Boy, how
Um,
elegant,
good
Ben. Thanks
time.
for that.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that's what he was doing. Yeah.
Got me some food poisoning. It was bad.
Oh.
I don't know that I've ever had food poisoning.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not want it.
I don't think
Yeah,
I've ever
it's
had
not fun.
maybe
No.
that one time you guys were all at our house. Well, you two.
When Ben tried to kill us. It was when Ben tried to kill us all.
No,
That's not true. I did
no,
not do anything.
that wasn't food poisoning.
You all
What?
had different symptoms.
Yeah, what was my
It could
symptom?
not have been from me.
It was one common denominator. You.
Okay, so wait,
You're
so
cooking.
all right, so this is what happened. All right, new story. So we
I'm so glad this is the
all
story.
right. So for those of you for those of you who don't know, Ben is a chef. He likes to cook. He's pretty good at it. I like his food. And one of the things that we love when he makes it is chicken parm. He makes a mean chicken parm, I'll tell you. And so he made it one time. We were all in college, and it was me.
Fucking tried to kill
Ben,
us.
me-
Great friend I am.
Yeah, he always made us good food. And well, until this happened, and then he stopped.
He never did again, actually, after that.
It's because we yelled at him.
Because he tried to kill us.
All right,
I did not.
So what it was it was me.
And actually, I made you dinner this summer at the lake, you assholes.
That's true.
or
That's
this
true.
fall.
Oh, that was good too. It was me, Nick, Nick's sister Erin, and Ben, and we had. Was that it? Was there anybody else? I think that was it.
Paige was there too, but I
Was
don't
she?
think she got sick.
Okay. Oh, Paige was the lucky one. So what happened was we all ate the chicken parm, and all three of me, Nick, and Erin had different symptoms. Nick, I
Got
believe.
sick in different ways. It was
Nick-
not my fault.
Yes, Nick, I believe, couldn't stop shitting.
I was pissing out of my ass like Ben would say.
So Nick was having some diarrheal issues. I couldn't poop for the life of me. Nothing would come out for like days. And then Erin had like a weird
Couldn't
allergic
breathe,
reaction
like,
and
she,
couldn't
like-
breathe. So
So
All
it was
sorts
not
of
my
different
fault.
stuff.
I don't know what the fuck happened, but it could not have been me.
scientifically, it could not have been Ben, but mathematics tell us it was Ben. But no, in actuality, it was.
That's a
it was
story,
just-
and we're sticking to it.
In
Ben tried to kill us.
In actuality, I ate like
Yeah, fuck
crap.
y'all.
So I ate like crap. So it was probably something else I ate. Nick, I feel like you didn't eat that good either. So it was probably something else you ate too. Well,
Or it
Nick's.
was just,
Well, let me
Mike,
just
it
let
was
me
just
just
way
add
more
this in.
cheese than you were used to.
It
You got all
was.
plugged up.
I hate cheese.
Let me interject here. I have some underlying stomach issues, so that may have been like when I finally realized like I'm
It could've
actually
just
holy
been-
shit, I got something going on here. So
Yeah, and then Aaron.
Yeah, but fuck me. Ah.
Aaron was something else.
Wait a minute. I just want to say one thing as well. I've had your chicken parm before too, Benny. I was perfectly fine. So
Well, we've all had
listen,
it.
we had
and
it
been
up
perfectly
we had
fine.
it before then too, and we were fine.
Yeah, we had it at the.
Good chicken parm.
Yeah, we had it when we had that game
had
board
it-
thing
We had it at Lori's house.
at Lore
Oh yeah.
when we did the
Wasn't that
college
the college
English.
English class that all
Yes,
came
it
over.
was.
Yeah, the
That was
swab.
a fun class.
That was, yeah.
We didn't do fucking anything for the last
Yeah,
half of that year.
we did more in there than we did in French.
I mean, that's true. We did nothing in French. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
we really
it was
did.
just gogossiping the entire time.
Yeah.
Then when she tried to give us
You guys
the
had
when she tried to give us a final at the end of the year, we were all just like, "What? What do you
Okay.
mean?
No,
we
still
didn't
did
do
it.
it.
yeah,
Like
we were in the same favors for Spanish.
we didn't fucking do
you guys had a
anything."
French class?
Oh yeah, we did. Which like it actually, I learned some shit for the first few years, but then by the end, when it was just such a small group of us that Mrs. Simonson had gotten so like used to, it was bad. We didn't do
Yeah,
fucking
we didn't do
anything.
We just talked about stuff.
Do you
Yeah.
guys remember the BS like home ec class we took with Mrs. Gardner,
Gardner.
our senior years? Or
I didn't
oh
take
my
that.
god!
I wish I didn't
I know
have to.
you did with Dylan. Yeah, I remember you took
I was
it
with
with
Dylan and Connor.
and me and Aaron. Yeah, and me and Aaron were together.
I don't remember that. Did I
Caitlin
take?
and
I
Kylie?
don't think I did.
I don't remember you in my class,
I don't
Ben.
think you did either. I don't know why we even did, to be honest.
And that class was just.
Chattagay was a place. I don't know. I'm glad I went there and not
Right at.
like. I don't know. I guess maybe we shouldn't be saying our hometown high school, but
We're not there anymore.
I don't know. It was a place. I'm glad we went to school there.
Yeah, I liked growing up with a small class. That way I could know everyone.
Yeah.
For the most part.
And everybody knew you too.
Oh, no one knew me. They just knew my name.
I was thinking back
Like,
on it the other.
He's a dick.
I was thinking back on it the other day. I was like, oh, everybody else must have fucking hated us because the group of friends of us that we all were friends and all of our parents worked at the school, we could do whatever the fuck we wanted and
Yes,
did it
we
all
could.
of the time.
We did do
Like-
basically whatever we wanted.
Like
But
our
yeah.
sophomore, junior, senior years when I actually like started being friends with you guys.
Yeah.
I remember we fucking like we did whatever we want, and we'd go to my mom's classroom all the time
Yeah.
and do whatever we wanted.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah, but-
Aaron telling me stories about like getting out of labs and band lessons to say like, you know,
I broke the
No,
front
she
door
would-
of the
she
school.
would get
and
out
then-
of labs and band lessons and go to my mom's room just for the hell of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell the story. Tell the story.
I broke the front door of the
Yes.
fucking school and they didn't care.
Yes.
Okay, wait a minute.
Tell it.
Before you tell that story, Ben, I just want to say to the listeners, I didn't go to high school with the three of you.
Unfortunately,
I
we
wish
didn't
I
have Eric
did.
there
I
with us.
wish I did.
That would have been fun. That would have been
Oh my
fun.
God.
But go on. I very much.
I
have
mean, it's
never
not that
heard-
good of a story.
Oh, this
But-
story is amazing.
I didn't know you broke the front door of your
We
school.
were-
That was my
because
first
when-
time
Hold on,
here.
before you do that, we've got a lot of stories about this school, and I've got a scar right on my forehead, right here,
Oh.
from slamming my face off a freaking slide at that
Oh my
school.
God.
Wait, which slide? Which slide was that?
Do you
That was when
remember
it was
the big,
wooden.
wide, like straight down one? It was
Yes.
on the old
Yes.
one. Yeah, that one. Me and
That
Dylan
was the best
collided.
one.
and yeah, so I remember that day
shit,
pretty well.
I remember
Me
that.
and Dylan collided.
fuck, I
and
carried
Dylan went
one of
towards
you
that
two.
like walkway.
The nurses.
Yeah.
Was that you or Dylan?
I think it was Dylan. It wasn't me. I went with
Yeah.
Carla. I think it was Dylan.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I remember Dylan.
Wow, that
Dylan
unlocked
got
a
launched
memory.
up to like that walkway, and I went fucking straight into that slide and smashed my face. I still have a dent in my fucking bone right there.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
I still have
Wow,
a
that
dent.
unlocked a memory that I did not remember having. Holy shit.
All right.
Okay,
So,
Anyway, back to the breaking of
okay,
the door.
so here's the
Oh,
break.
so
Yeah, you want to tell it?
yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm
basically,
gonna correct you
at
if you
that
get
point in
anything wrong.
time, it was like me, you, and Dylan that would hang out a lot during. We called it double. It was like the after school
Yeah, it was
period,
just that 1 hour
Um,
after.
and we would all be there because all of our parents worked at the school, and we'd ride home with them. So we would all just be there and we'd hang out. But for a while, what we do is just leave the school and run up to the Stewart's, which is just a convenience store for your non-upstate New York or New Englandy listeners. It's like just a convenience store gas station.
It's like a 7-Eleven
ice
kind of
cream.
thing.
So we'd
Yeah.
go up there just to get like soda and candy and whatever because there wasn't any in the school at that point. think
I
that
went
was
for
when it
Slim
got on.
Jims personally.
We did that for a while, probably a couple years, and then one day, as we were going out, they all went out ahead of me, and I came last, and I went to stop the door as it was swinging back at me, but it came back real fast, and I didn't hit the push bar, I hit the window, and it was shatterproof glass, which was lucky, or else my hands would have been fucked up. But
That would have been bad.
I just watched it, and it was just like, and I just saw it, and I was like,
So
well, that's bad.
so
But then we proceeded to go to Stewart's though. We went up and got that's
Look,
the thing. We
no,
went
this-
up and got our stuff still. And then came back, and then I was like, should probably let them know that I did that because there was a camera right on the door, like they
There
would
was,
see it was
yep.
me. So I might as well tell them because I feel like that'll go better
yeah,
than if I didn't.
I think it
and
did.
it did.
We got
Principal didn't give a fuck.
we got like a slap on the wrist, not even.
Yeah,
But
they literally were
Because
just,
of you,
guys can't hang out in your mom's rooms at double anymore.
I thought
It was
just
because
we
of
couldn't go to
you guys
Stewart's.
we couldn't go up to Stewart's during 10th period. I'm pretty sure it was your fault.
Oh, that's probably the case. Yeah,
Well, see,
I'm sure it was.
But here's the thing, it's a little bit me and Dylan's fault, because this is
Why
what
is that?
this is what happened, and this is why it happened.
Wait, am I finding out something?
No.
wasn't-
It's the same thing. You just
happened?
you just missed one little crucial detail. So what happened was Ben went to do something. He probably went to grab money from his mom's room or something. And we were like, dude, let's leave. we were gonna leave without you, just so you wouldn't know where we went. I don't think we were gonna go far, but we were gonna
Assholes.
yeah, we were playing a practical joke on you. And what happened
Oh, you're
was
so-
we were coming from my mom's library, which was coming down the one way, and then you go down and you turn and you go out.
Uh-huh.
And you were coming from your mom's room, and what happened was you saw us turn, and we started to hurry, and we heard you, and I'm pretty sure you picked up the pace. So we ran out, and then you were following us, and because you were rushing to catch up, that's why you missed the bar and went up too
Yeah.
high.
Ah,
And then yeah.
well, thanks.
I suspect that day
Taking a
must have
little
been
to
windy
blame.
too, because that door never shut that hard.
Yeah, well, that and if there was windy, it would. That was the
It would,
thing.
yeah.
It would
You're lucky,
fucking
you didn't,
come
you're,
at
you're lucky
you.
you didn't break your ankle or your wrists.
Yeah, I don't really know how I did that.
You've got. Did you
I
used to drink
because
milk?
I shattered the thing, and then my hands were just fine. They didn't get hurt. And
Guys,
I
you know
actually
what's-
Superman. That's
I think
You know what's
probably not.
You know what's crazy? The first story we started with had Mike putting his hands up too high and just leveling a kid, and now we have Ben getting his hands up too high, leveling a window. Amazing.
Wow, look at that. You know what?
Look at
That book ends it, and I think that's where we end it. An ex-
yeah, I
an
think
ex-
it is.
An extremely short episode filled with.
You know, I think it
extra
was good to
stories.
have a.
I like
Yeah,
those.
I think it
extra
was good to have a
stories.
little.
Get a little insight into how we grew up. We went to Stewart's.
Oh yeah, it was the.
Eric, let's hear a nice growing up story from you next week.
Yep. Next
So
week
think
we're gonna
about it.
hear. A
We'll
nice,
be back.
Yep. All right. Thank you guys all for watching. If you did. And we'll
We're
see
still
you.
actually here.
We'll
Holy
see
shit!
you.
Thanks.
We'll see you next week, everyone.